There is nothing for the All Blacks to fear in New Guinea and the Wallabies. The dominant nature of the All Blacks makes you rethink the meaning of the word rival. A rival is supposedly equal or comparable to something else. They compete for the same objective, and for superiority. Looking at history, it's hard to say the Wallabies are real rivals of the All Blacks. The Wallabies have been all but written off by almost everyone ahead of tomorrow night's second Billy DeFloe Cup test against the All Blacks in Wellington. They're minnows. How else can you explain the 71% winning margin in the favor of the All Blacks stretching back to 1903? It's incredibly one-sided. There are few statistics in which the Wallabies come close to matching the All Blacks in over the years when pitting the two sides against each other. The top 16 biggest victories in the Wallabies versus All Blacks rivalry are owned by the All Blacks, starting with a 43-6 win over Australia in Wellington in 1996. That list includes last Saturday's 42-8 win in Sydney, taking third spot, and even includes a 32-5 win for the All Blacks in 1913. The massive winning margins aren't a modern thing, they appear throughout the timeline. Of the 45 biggest winning margins in the history of the matchup, Australia have 5, the best of which is a 28-7 win over the All Blacks in Sydney in 1999. Then there is team points scored in a match. New Zealand have scored more than 35 points in a match against the Wallabies 13 times, and 9 times since 2000. The Wallabies have reached 35 points once, and it was in a 39-35 loss in 2000. In 156 games between the All Blacks and Australia, New Zealand have outscored the Wallabies by more than 1,000 points. The scoreboard read 32-02 to 21-68, meaning an average victory of 20.5 to 13.9 in favor of the All Blacks. That takes into account times when tries weren't worth 5 points, and who knows how far that tally would stretch if they had. Here's where Australia's win in the Trans-Tasman battle: crowd size, red cards, most team points at halftime without winning the match, most team tries without winning the match. It's really not great reading if you bleed green and gold. Australian crowds have topped 100,000 twice for Billy DeFloe Cup matches, in 1999 and 2000 in Sydney, where New Zealand's biggest crowd doesn't even register on the Trans-Tasman records. The Wallabies are also the only side to receive a red card in the Trans-Tasman clashes, their first coming in 1923, and the second in Melbourne in 2010. The question is, then, is the old rivalry against Australia really a rivalry? Can something so one-sided really be considered a match between equals? It's the Springboks who bring the real rivalry, win 40% of games against New Zealand over the 94-year history of the clash. In a sport where teams have struggled to be New Zealand equals, South Africa are the closest we have to a real rival. Australia aren't in the race,